Now, Muhammad Ali, I met originally in 1965 when George Chavallo fought Floyd Patterson in New York. Now, the fight was at Madison Square Garden, and all of us that went, all the visitors, we all stood at the hotel across the road from the garden, which was the Lowe's Midtown, where I lived, where I drove for Mr. Hoffa. Now, the great Joe Louis was there, and everybody had a room, but Joe Louis had a suite. Now, Muhammad wanted a suite. And there was one suite left. It was empty, but people had reserved it. They were coming the next day to take the suite. So they told him they couldn't give it to him. Muhammad was upset. So he mentioned it to Irving Ungerman. Irving said, "Go see Marvin Elkind. He worked in that hotel. He lived in that hotel. It's a Teamster hotel. Go see him." Muhammad did. I went there and I asked him for a favor, and they gave Muhammad the suite. So we became very friendly. Now, during the fight, when George fought Floyd, Muhammad had to go back and get something from his room, and I had to go back. So when we were going to the lobby, into the elevators, there was a lot of people around. I said, "Muhammad, whenever you come to Toronto, you look me up." There's all kinds of people there. He goes, "Who wants to look you up? I don't need you." And that was it. Now he comes back to Toronto to fight George a year later. I get hired as his driver. As soon as I get together with him, he says, "You know, Marvin, I was just kidding. There was a lot of people around and I was putting an act. But I didn't mean it. I was just kidding." I said, "Well, so was I." So we became very good friends. Now, in 1988, we had a big dinner at the Royal York Hotel honoring George Chavallo. They had Joe Frazier there, Floyd Patterson there, Yvonne Durrell. They asked Muhammad to come. He said he couldn't make it. So they asked me if I would call him. I called Muhammad, and he says, "Since you're calling me, I'll come, and I don't want any fee. I'll do it gratis. I'm doing that for you, Marvin. Just pay my plane and fare, but everything else I'll do." So he came. Because we were able to advertise Muhammad was there, we packed the room at the Royal York. Now, my friends from the Pickle Barrel read about it in the paper. They called me. They said, "Can you bring him here to eat?" I said, "Well, you know what? At the atrium, you have a party room. I want the party room for about 30 people. Gratis. All the food and everything." So I threw a party for Muhammad. And it went over very well. Now, I took Muhammad to Dr. Morty Shulman, because Muhammad was just getting his Parkinson's at that time. Morty Shulman had Parkinson's. And Morty, who was very well connected, had gotten the rights for a drug from Germany called Depronol that arrested the Parkinson's. Didn't cure it, but arrested it. So he got Muhammad on it. And for that, for years, Muhammad was able to make personal appearances because of that. So when I turned 70, which was 12 years ago, Muhammad called me, invited me to come to his farm in Michigan, where he was going to make me a birthday party. And he gave me this bracelet, which he had designed for the Jewish Bible, the Torah. And he gave me a card, which I have, that said, "Dear Marvin, go with God, He is the goal." Now, we've become very dear friends. Now, another time, we're having a big event at Skydome. Now it's Rogers Stadium, it was Skydome. An Argo game, and they're having Honors for George and some other people. We had Chevallo there. We had Evander Holyfield. We had Larry Holmes. We had Lennox Lewis. And some other fighters. And we had Muhammad. My job, I got hired to pick up Muhammad at the airport and take him to the stadium and then take him back to he wasn't staying overnight, take him back to the airport. You know, he's coming in on the Coca-Cola jet. So it's at a different airfield. It's close to the main Pearson, but it's another part of it. I go there. I have a limo. And the way it works is this. The customs go right on the plane. And they do their business on the plane. And right after they're through, the gates are opened up. You take the limo right up to the plane, to the jet, and the people are able to walk off the jet right into the limo. Now we're on our way to the Skydome. It was a Sunday. It was a very sunny day. So traffic on the Don Valley was going very slow because of the sun. Muhammad, when he's in a limo, he likes to open the window by his side and stick his head out so people will see him and get shocked when they see his face. We're going down the Don Valley very slow. We come to a stop because of traffic. Some kids from another car run out. They come over to the limo. They want autographs from Muhammad. Muhammad gets out of the limo and he's signing autographs on the Don Valley Parkway. A cruiser pulls up alongside of me. A cop says to me, "Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Stopping here in the middle?" He says, "I'm going to give you a ticket that'll take the rest of your life to pay off." I says, "Officer, I apologize, but Muhammad Ali got out of the limo." "Where?" And it was right there. He says, "Okay, be careful." He says, "Drive carefully. Just watch yourself."